The 5 rules of zombie movies are well known. Number 1. Zombies don't have any brains. 3. They eat people. 2. They move slowly. 4. The only way to kill a zombie is to cut out its brain or all of its spine. The virus can be spread by touching, biting, and exchanging blood and spit. This Japanese zombie movie changes the way zombie movies are usually made. Change the 5 rules of zombies in a direct way and start the half-human, half-zombie trend. It's this amazing show. At the start of the movie, a virus called Zekin by scientists spreads quickly through Japan. If Zekin gets into a person, that person will eventually become a bloodthirsty, brutal monster. They spread the virus by biting each other and making more zombies. What was once a peaceful city quickly becomes a place for zombies to hunt. Even scarier is that people who turn into zombies are sensitive to sound and can move quickly. They also still have the habits they had before they were born. They keep doing the same things over and over again. For example, the kid in sports who got sick from Zekin after he became a zombie. He would do the high jump over and over again every day. His ability to bounce is many times stronger than it was before he was born. But since Zek infected her, Hiromi has become a different kind of zombie. She has been both human and a zombie at the same time. Hiromi hasn't totally lost her mind like some other zombies have. She even remembers things from the past. At the start of the outbreak, a baby having the zombie virus affected Hiromi. However, because the virus was so small in the baby, it wasn't enough to turn Hiromi into a zombie. So she wasn't as dangerous as some other zombies. She turned into a special half-zombie who could think. Before the virus broke out, the man Hiromi saved was called Hideo. He made manga that was out of date. He worked at a drawing studio until his coworkers and Hideo's girlfriend got sick with the virus. Hideo didn't find out that the zombie virus had already spread to Japan until that point. He used a cab to try to get away. But just then, another man got into the cab first. Hideo and Hiromi didn't argue as they got into the cab. When the cab was far from the smoky city, the man suddenly pulled his sleeve and showed that a zombie Hideo had bitten his arm. People who were there didn't have time to scream. He saw the virus take over his head, so he let him finish the change. He turned into a zombie that bites everyone he sees right away. The man, who was still partly awake, asked the driver if he had any tissues. The driver grabbed a tissue and gave it to the person. Hideo saw the man turn into a zombie and try to get the driver to stop the car, but just as he did, the zombie attacked and killed him. The man bit the driver very hard. Hideo was in a dangerous spot, but the driver opened the door of the car just in time. Hideo pushed the zombie out of the car by kicking it. He was able to get out of the situation, but he had no idea that the driver who just saved his life was sick with the virus. He might turn into a zombie who wants to eat people. The driver went crazy all of a sudden. He pushed down hard on the gas pedal. Hideo and Hiromi almost threw up in the car because of that damn reaction. As the car sped up to 160 miles per hour, Hideo realized that if it kept going like this, it would flip over sooner or later. Just as Hideo and Hiromi buckled their seatbelts, the car did flip over. The cab was going too fast and hit the car next to them. The driver lost control of the car, and it spun in the air. When Hideo and Hiromi came to after being knocked out, they were very shocked by what they saw. In their faces, they saw a road that went on and was full of wrecked cars. At this point, Hiromi checked her phone and found out that when you go up high, the air is thin and the temperature is low. So it wouldn't be easy to get the zombie virus. So Hideo and Hiromi teamed up. They went to Mount Fuji, which was close by, but Hideo found out by chance that Hiromi had been bitten. He asked what had happened to Hiromi. She told him that a baby who had the zombie virus had bitten her a few days earlier, but Hideo didn't leave Hiromi. He stayed with her quietly instead, but all of a sudden, Hiromi started to change. One eye filled with blood right away. Sudden scene scared. Hideo ran away quickly, but he never thought that Hiromi, who had become a zombie, would save him when he was in trouble. Hiromi was only affected with a small amount of the virus, so it became a half-zombie that didn't lose its mind fully and was very good at fighting. But after Hiromi saved Hideo's life, Hideo's health caused him to fall into a sleep. Hideo wants to give her a gift because she saved her life. Plus, Hiromi didn't hurt him, so he took Hiromi to Mount Fuji while he was still asleep. He thought about going to Mount Fuji until he met the survivors who were not sick. Hideo did not expect what happened next, though, because he found that the survivors had adopted organized. Hideo is the center of everyone's attention when he holds a real gun. Iura, who is in charge of the people who are still alive, wants Hideo to give up his gun. Faced with the danger of Iura, Hideo decided to fight back, but when he ran outside to try to take Hiromi away, he found that they already had control of her. Hiromi tried to save Hideo to save. Hiromi shows his identity as a half-zombie. The people who lived found out that Hiromi is a zombie. They told Iura to send Hiromi away. At this time, Hideo points a shotgun at Iura, but Iura doesn't care what Hideo says. Iura is going to use his crossbow to shoot Hiromi. When Hideo wasn't looking, the others quickly beat him. Iura was glad to get the shotgun, but then something strange happened. It turns out that Iura's people have wanted to be in charge for a long time. He took advantage of this rare chance and used Hideo's shotgun to take control, but he didn't expect the cleverness. Iura sends them to the food warehouse without them knowing as they enter the parking lot to get the substance. He also played music to get a large group of zombies together. He wants to get his power back, so he kills them. But what happens next surprises Iura again. While they were looking for supplies, a gymnast zombie that keeps doing the same things it did before it was born trained high jumping over and over again until it was standing shoulder to shoulder with the sun. But where it landed was where Ira and Hiromi's base was when the zombie took over the base by itself. Only people who made it through the accident were left at the spot. Ira is carrying Hiromi on his back and looking for Hideo when he sees Ira out of the corner of his eye. He tells Ira that if she wants to live, she should follow him. As soon as the words were spoken, Ira had a cart in his hand. Ira saw the wound on Ira's arm and knew that at any time he could turn into a zombie. The bug quickly spread at that moment. Ira's brain turned him into a zombie who was hungry for blood. When Ira saw what was happening, she had to run away with Hiromi on her back because she needed both hands to finish Ira. She was desperately trying to get away. Hideo jumped out of nowhere and stood in front of her. Ira was killed when Hideo shot him while he was trying to get away with Ira and Hiromi. He met one of Ira's men and another survivor, but he ran away with a big group of zombies and looked at the group of zombies coming toward him. Hideo and the others turn around and run, but a big group of zombies suddenly appears in front of them. They had to fight together in order to find a way out. But because there were too many zombies, the two survivors got sick from the zombies and ended up being the last ones to live. Only 3 of them knew exactly when they thought the problem was. Zombies who used to be sports students and live on the base suddenly saw the 3 and attacked Hideo, killing him. Hideo worked hard to kill him, though. The girl holding Hiromi near Hideo. But at that moment, the zombie Hideo had just shot slowly stood up straight and stared at Hideo like he was made of stone. Hideo felt unbelievable. At that time, the zombie ran toward Ira and the 2 of them. Hideo stepped forward and used all of his man strength to smash the zombie's head with the handle of his gun. This time, he killed it for good. At the end of the movie, when the warm sunlight hits Hideo's face, Oda drives him and Hiromi away with her.